Okay, the other concept is the concept of scale of preference. Okay, we normally use the scale of preference because the available resources are very scarce, but we also use the scale of preference because we have so many wants to fulfill. Therefore, the scale of preference helps us to allocate the available scarce resources, and it helps us to understand which goods are more pressing than the other. And at the end, we have to sacrifice, or we have to forego some other items, and we have to make use of the available resources in order to satisfy or to maximize wants, to maximize welfare, to maximize utility, etc., etc. So by definition, well, the scale of preference is the list of wants, starting with the most pressing want and ending with the least pressing want. So as I said earlier, human wants are unlimited, but the resources are very scarce. So you have to, as a rational consumer, as a rational producer, you have to list the wants by starting with the most pressing want and ending with the least pressing want. So, for example, let's take an example of a consumer who is planning to spend his limited income on different goods and services. For example, during holidays, for example, like during the Christmas season, you find that you have a fixed income and you have to spend it on different goods and services. Take an example of a parent who have children and maybe has an income of 1 million, and is thinking of on how to allocate his income in such a way that he or she can maximize welfare, utility out of the available income. So, for example, that person has 1 million and is thinking to pay the tuition fee. That's number one, and is also thinking to, let's say, buy food. That's number two, and is maybe thinking to buy clothes for his family, children, and the other family members, and is thinking maybe to spend on transport. It's thinking on spending on refreshment, maybe going to the beach with his kids and so forth, and maybe thinking of maybe sending money maybe to his or her parents, maybe say in the village, etc., etc. So those are the different wants and needs that this person wants to fulfill, but he or she has a fixed income of 1 million, and we have highlighted so many wants that can be fulfilled by that particular amount of money. But because that income is very fixed, this person has to clearly allocate the available resources in such a way that he or she can maximize the welfare, and the most pressing wants can be fulfilled by the available scarce income. So scale of preference will help this person to list the wants by starting with the most pressing want and ending with the least pressing want. So, for example, if you are listing these wants, you will find that maybe tuition fee is the most pressing one. So you will list it. It will be number one in the listing. Maybe food, you can't do without food. You have to eat. There is no way you can live without eating. You can't survive. So food would be, let's say, number two. Let's say number three, maybe sending money to parents in the village. Maybe, okay, let's say that's number three. It is the most pressing also. Let it be number three. And maybe forget about refreshment, forget about others. Maybe because of the fixed income of 1 million, those 3 items are the ones that can be fulfilled by that particular fixed income. Therefore, you find that you have listed your goods, your wants, starting with the most pressing one, which is tuition fee. Then it comes the food. Then it comes the sending money to parents. Those are the most pressing ones. And the rest, you have listed them, but they are less important. So they will appear number 4, number 5, and number 6, number 7, etc., etc. So the scale of preference will help you to identify, first of all, which ones are more pressing and which ones are not that important that which you can forego. So from the list of preference, you can now make choice on which goods, which ones to satisfy, which ones to start with. So you can start maybe by paying the tuition fee. You pay the tuition fee. It depends on the amount, but maybe the tuition fee is 600, for example. So you are remaining with 400,000. Maybe you buy food for 100,000. Then that is 700,000. Then maybe you send money to your parents. Let's say, take an example, maybe 100,000 also. That is 800 already, 800 Tanzanian shillings. Then you are remaining with the 200 Tanzanian shillings, which you can save it for unforeseen future events, like disease. Maybe you may get ill and you need money to go to hospital, etc., etc. So you can save it, but maybe you can spend on the other things that we listed, but we did not think that they are most pressing. Therefore, that is how you make choice. And of course, the other concept is choice. So choice, it is the act of choosing among the available alternative which ones to fulfill and which ones to be sacrificed. Okay, so the scale of preference will normally help you to allocate the available scarce resources, and that is why I said that the scale of preference helps to solve the problem of scarcity. So from the scale of preference, we have seen that some items have been taken care of and some have been left out. Those which have been left out, we have another concept which is called the opportunity costing. So what is opportunity costing? Opportunity costing, we define it as the next benefit foregone. The next benefit foregone when choice is made. The next benefit foregone when choice is made. So when you make a choice, there are some benefits that you will forego. For example, you have seen the scale of preference that we have foregone transport, we have foregone leisure. We can no longer go to the beach, swim and enjoy. So there are some leisures that we have foregone. We have foregone the transport cost. I don't know how we will work out. We'll work out. So the benefits that we would have derived by going to the beach to swim, the leisure that we would have gained, the benefits that we would have gained by using our own car to travel or to go to the beach or to move to different places. Those benefits that we have foregone are what we call the opportunity cost. So opportunity cost is the next best alternative foregone when choice is made. So when you make a choice, of course, when you make a choice, it means you are choosing between different alternatives. You are choosing among different alternatives. And when you make a choice, there are some things that will forego, and there are some things that will be chosen in favor of. Therefore, those that you forego, the benefits that you would have gained from those alternatives is what we call the opportunity cost. Of course, there are some mathematical procedures to arrive at the opportunity cost, but in a nutshell, opportunity cost is the benefit that we forego when we make choices. Therefore, the scale of preference, choice, and opportunity cost are trying to answer the question of scarcity, or the problem of scarcity, which is the fundamental economic problem. I said the fundamental economic problem is scarcity, and the other economic problems are like what to produce, where to produce, what to consume, where to consume, how much to consume. Those are the economic problems. But we normally use what to produce because we intend to produce. Producers are the ones which are most faced by these economic problems, and therefore we normally say what to produce, where to produce, how much to produce, for whom to produce, who gets what in terms of salary and all that. Therefore, scarcity, opportunity, scale of preference, choice, and opportunity cost are trying to answer the problem of scarcity. Therefore, that is the brief introduction to those concepts. But you can get more explanations from the books, materials on the internet, etc., etc. But you can visit the library. You can visit our Open University of Tanzania Moodle accounts, and you can visit. You can consult so many resources to get more understandings on the concept. Thank you for listening, and I wish you the best in understanding these concepts